Intel shares have surged more than 12% so far this year. Morgan Stanley, though, thinks the run has more to go. They upgraded today, overweight. They were on the sidelines for more than 2 years. It's our call of the day. Jim Lebenthal, the man who always makes the call on Intel.
Well, I like the call. Read the note. It was kind of interesting. I mean, the analyst upgraded it, but he wasn't too effusive in his praise of the company. And
not as effusive as you have been.
And
you're like all bulled up on this one.
Who can be as effusive as Jim, though?
That's good point.
You know?
And right. Okay. No, but look, moving on here. Let's make this simple because there's a lot of moving parts here, right? What's going on with semis?
What's going on? We're having fun.
Whew, God, you guys got to give me a break here. All right. We got a lot of moving parts here. We got a new CEO. We got AMD threats. We got all these competitive threats. Let's make it simple. All right. For this stock to move higher, and I think it will, the 10-nanometer chip, Cannon Lake, which is scheduled to come out in the second half of this year, has to come out on time. And I think it will. Bob Swan, I think that's in his letter to shareholders and employees when he was anointed the new CEO, he made it clear that operational excellence is what he's shooting for. I think that chip will come out on time. The stock will move to new highs by the end of the year. But if they don't, if they delay that chip, which was originally supposed to come out in 2016, then the stock is a sale.
Okay. I don't get as effusive about this as Jim. He has been right. His stock is done.
He owns it.
Stock has done.
Own it.
Well, I've owned it before. I've done okay with it. The stock's done well, and Jim's been in it. He's been right. If you actually read the guts of the report and get past the first page, which I'm sure Jim has, but many investors won't, they're really pessimistic on the second half outlook of semis. And their case is basically that Intel should probably sell at 14 versus 12 times, and maybe that's right because of where it was historically and the fact that they're going to get this free cash flow focused religion back. But I thought the implications for the rest of semi-land were pretty dire. And you've got stocks that are up 20 and 30% on average in various subsectors within semis. So that, to me, was a bigger takeaway than, Intel's a little bit depressed on a PE multiple.
Brenda, you own it?
We also own it, and so I would agree more with the Jim, and also agree
naturally,
and also agree that the report was fairly pessimistic. But I think there have been a lot of calls, especially more recently, about trying to call an end to the semi-cycle. But I think semiconductors are so embedded in all kinds of things. It's not just a PC play anymore, but that Intel has lagged because of the lack of NAND exposure, so they need to come and bring it in the second half, as Jim mentioned. But I think there's been a huge overhang because there hasn't been a CEO.
Yeah.
So now we have a CEO in place that can really drive things forward, and so I think that's a positive, and it's also relatively inexpensive.